Hello, welcome back to the VTOL VR Definitive Campaign Guide. Today we're gonna be continuing the Border War campaign for the T-55. And yeah. Heading on to mission 4 now. Heading into mission 4, Danger Close. All of the missions in the the Border War campaign is actually pretty short. It only has 5 missions, and all of them can be completed relatively quickly. But so yeah. Anyways, which is actually kind of good for me because like I have my free time has been kind of limited lately. But anyways, heading into mission 4, Danger Close. Provide close air support for troops in enemy territory. With the major air defenses taken down along the river, our ground forces can begin operations in enemy territory, backed by air support. A few groups of special forces have been dropped into the nearby towns to clear out. I can't say words. Have been dropped into the nearby towns to clear out enemy camps. Some are facing heavy resistance and will need your help. Take off, fly to the standby waypoint, and await orders. You will be tasked to provide close air support as needed. Friendly soldiers will be operating in the towns, and their lives may depend on your timely and accurate strikes. An allied AV-42 carrying another squad was shot down by AAA near an enemy compound. All passengers survived and will continue the mission. The squad leader will call when they are ready to move forward. Their mission involves securing the enemy supply depots in the compound, so any collateral damage to the cylindrical tents will be considered mission failure. Threats. Beware of enemy encampments outside of the towns, as those areas have not been cleared. Distant enemy air bases have not been cleared and still have long-range air defenses active. Don't stray too far from your objective waypoints. Alright, so our primary mission in this time is CAS. So yeah, we want to support allied troops, and of course don't avoid collateral damage. Which means we need precision weapons. So here's our loadout. Here's gonna be our loadout. We're not gonna be carrying anything on our belly. We can actually like completely forego the weapons on our wingtips because we can't really carry anything useful on our wingtips. And we don't need sidearms or air-to-air missiles, so we're just gonna detach those. Don't need those. We will need a TGP because we need to designate target for ground strikes because this is an air-to-ground mission, so of course we're gonna need a TGP. On our inner wing hardpoints, we're gonna be carrying. So we do have access to a full loadout. To the full arsenal, so we can carry whatever we want. But on our inner wing hardpoints, we're going to be carrying racks of. We're going to be carrying a rack of AGM-65 Mavericks. So we're going to have 6 Mavericks in total. And on the outer wing hardpoints, we're going to be carrying AGM-27s. So as you can see, all precision weapons. Yeah. You've seen the Mavericks in the previous campaigns, and you've seen the AGM-27 in the AGM-27 in the AH-94 missions. So I didn't really mention the name of the AGM-27. So this is the AGM-27 APKWS. Which stands for Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System. So yeah, they're basically just laser guided rockets, which are helpful here. Which will be helpful here since we need precision to avoid collateral damage to friendly forces. And we're primarily going to be using these against infantry. So yeah, and that's our loadout. We're a little bit heavy because because the Mavericks are quite heavy, as you can see. The each rack of Mavericks is 1,000 kilograms, a whole ton. So yeah, we're a little heavy mainly because of the Mavericks. It'll be fine. All right, let's get out there.
Echo 1-1, command. Now that most of the air defenses are clear, our troops on the ground are making moves. Get in the air and provide air support. You're on your own for this one, but you shouldn't face any major threats.
Roger that. For this mission, we're going in solo. No wingmen. That's fine. You don't need them. All right, engines up. Let's get going. Tower, Echo 1-1, request takeoff.
Copy. Taxi to runway 31.
This mission is pretty simple. There's not really that much to explain. You just go around. You just go around responding to each squad's request for air support. So yeah. And of course, don't hit the friendlies. I'm pretty sure you fail the mission if any of the friendly squads die. So yeah. Don't let your friendlies die.
Echo 1-1. Tower, clear for takeoff at runway 31.
Alright, we're clear for takeoff. We should not have to worry about fuel this mission. Like, this mission isn't terribly long, and we don't really need to go too far. So we shouldn't have to worry about fuel. Alright, rotate. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
You'll be tasked to provide cover as needed. For now, fly to the mission waypoint and await orders.
Alright, flaps up. Head to the waypoint. And of course, since we took out all the air defenses last mission, we should not have to worry about. We shouldn't have to worry about SAMs. Although we might get engaged. Although it's a possibility we might get engaged by long-range SAMs from distant air bases, and maybe even AAA or manpads. So we do have AAA and manpads from the random enemy outposts. So we do have to keep an eye out. But for now, we're just going to climb up to standby waypoint and await orders. Approaching waypoint.
This Oscar Squad. We're pinned down in the cliffside village. Requesting air support. Transmitting coordinates.
Roger that.
Echo 1-1. Confirm your targets before firing. Danger close.
Roger. Alright. Request for air support confirmed. Let's head over. Let's get over to them quick, cause you know they did say they're pinned down, so we should try to get over to them quick. All right, arming weapons. Once we come around this ridge, we should be able to like get a visual on any targets. Should be able to get a visual on targets. So these guys are in the riverside town, which is the last area that we cleared out in the previous mission. So yeah. All right, visual on target. So visual on the AO. Scan around for hostiles. There's visual on hostiles. Visual on enemy armor. Alright, first of all, we're gonna take out that tank with a Maverick rifle. Visual on hostiles. And we're gonna take that group of hostiles out with a single rocket. Remember, it's a laser guided. Remember, the rockets are laser guided, which means we have to maintain tracking it at all times. Alright, shack. Looks like enemy tank, enemy armor neutralized. There's just one infantry. I just see one infantry guy. Looks like one infantryman managed to survive the attack. Let's come in for another pass on that guy. Don't know if we want to strafe him. Probably it's gonna be a little hard to strafe him. Or maybe I also have a visual on more infantry approaching.
Shoot.
I'm gonna prioritize them. Rifle. What the heck? What are these guys made of? What are these guys made of? Well, they should be able to take care of one guy, right? Alright, coming back around for another pass, we can probably just give him a good... If we can line it up, we should be able to just give him a good strafe. Alright, we should be able to line it up right here. Oh, you know what? Alright. Ah, damn it. Really? Really?
Plop.
I don't know. I have a visual on one guy. Can't tell if my strafing run was effective on the other guy. I think it was. So there should be just one guy left. Yeah, I can't believe my rockets didn't kill the entire group. Normally it's quite effective. Yeah, it looks like it's just one guy left. They shouldn't have problems dealing with just one guy. Unless that guy is him. Looks like he's taking cover behind the houses. Might cause some collateral damage at that house, but you know what? It's fine. Alright, coming for strafing run. Guns, guns, guns.
Good work. We're receiving another request. Stand by.
Alright. Target. Alright. All targets neutralized. Good luck, boys! All targets neutralized. All known targets neutralized. Good luck, boys!
We have another squad in a village down the road. There's snipers on the roof holding them down and a pair of tanks moving in. Get to the new waypoint and clear out hostiles. Our troops' lives depend on you.
Roger that. Alright. More troops requesting air support being pinned down by tanks and snipers. So, we're just gonna take a more direct path over the mountains. Oh, jeez.
Chat. Flare.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Chat. Flare.
I was saying we're gonna take a more direct path over these mountains because because even though we can just like follow the road over, yeah, there's these small outposts along the road, and I kind of just want to avoid them because they have man pads, but also like at least one of these outposts has AAA. So yeah, I just don't really want to deal with them. I don't know if it's that outpost because there's another outpost like along the road somewhere over there. And I think there's AAA over there. Alright. Coming over the ridge. Mad 4 at the distant airbase. I'm close enough for him to lock me. But it's basically just gonna peek right over this mountain, and then we just have to get right over this mountain, and we will be in visual range of the. Yeah, I see. There's an outpost down there. I believe that has AAA. So be careful. Alright. Coming over the mountain. This mountain. Alright. Alright. Visual. They said so first things first. There's like snipers on this building, on this rooftop over here.
Shoot.
Rifle.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
There's also a tank down there. Oh, jeez.
Pull up.
Whoa! That was close. Jeez. Did they nerf? Did AGM? I think AGM 27th might have gotten nerfed. Or something. Actually, I feel like they haven't gotten nerfed. I don't know.
Chat. Flare.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Chat. Flare.
Flares out. Ooh, jeez. Okay, buddy. Listen here, buddy.
Shoot.
Rifle. That should kill both of them, right? Yes, okay. I don't know. Anyways, there's these snipers on the rooftop here. There's also man pads. By some miracle, I did not get hit. And then there's a tank. There are some tanks and also approaching them. There's 2 tanks approaching from this road over here. And there's also and then there's also a tank that approaches from around the building where the snipers are. What I like to do is to use Mavericks to take out the 2 tanks that approach from the road, and then strafe that 3rd tank. Because a lot of the time, if you, depending on how long you take to approach, Yeah, I'm too close. Damn it, I'm too close. I need to circle back. I'm too close for Mavericks. Depending on how long you take to get here, that third tank might have actually gotten like right up to the allies, and that's just kind of way too risky. That's way too risky to use a Maverick because that could cause friendly fire. That could result in friendly collateral damage. So yeah. So normally I just strafe that third tank. Alright, we should be far enough away now.
Shoot. Shoot.
And rifle. Rifle 2. Rifle times 2.
All right.
This area's clear. Target's neutralized.
We're still waiting on the crew from the down Kestrel to get ready, so return to the standby waypoint for now.
Alright, all targets neutralized. All targets neutralized. Good luck, boys. Alright, returning. Alright, alright. All those targets are neutralized. Returning to the standby waypoint. I actually don't know. Oh, if the AGM-27s, like the blast radius of AGM-27s were nerfed or anything. But I feel like I don't think they were. But yeah, you want to just try to aim like right into the center of the group. You want to aim like right into the center of the group. To get the maximum effect. Alright, how are we doing on... let's check on munitions check. We have 3 Mavericks and 9 AGM-27s. That should be good. If you need to rearm, now's the time. If you need to go rearm, now's the time. But we should still be good. We're being spiked by a Mad 4.
Missile launch.
We're gonna descend. Descending the terrain mask. And there, no problem. We did get a missile launch, but it's not gonna be anywhere near me. That's not gonna be anywhere near me. It'll be fine.
Missile launch.
Man forward, can you shush? Can you quiet down? Can you be silent? Yeah, there's not really much to say in between these engagements. For now, we're just chilling. there's the old bridge down there. That's where the squad. You can actually down there is the old bridge, and the squad who are shot down is like right over like here. You can actually like, if we follow the road a bit, we should be able to see their their Kestrel.
Okay, the squad's ready to move in now. We don't know what kind of resistance they'll face, so maintain awareness. Remember, we intend to secure the weapon caches in those supply tents, so avoid collateral damage. Wait for targets to move away from the tents.
Roger. So now we have to provide closer support for this squad. They're going to try to secure the supply tents, and we have to avoid collateral damage to the supply tents. If either the supply tents are destroyed, the mission is a failure. Alright, so where are these guys? They're like pretty far down the road, actually. Yep, there's the down Kestrel. And there's a squad moving to assault the complex. There is a AAA gun behind the supply tents. That's going to be our first priority.
Shoot.
There's a couple of tanks. Alright, rifle. There's a couple of tanks. Remember, we want to make sure they move away from the supply tents before we engage them to avoid collateral damage. If any of the supply tents are destroyed, the mission is a failure. Alright, AAA neutralized. One tank destroyed. Infantry is approaching the supply tents, so we are unable to engage so we cannot engage right now. There's a tank hanging out around the supply tents, which we cannot engage due to collateral damage concerns. Yeah, even with strafing, that's way too close. Because remember, supply tents have like a pube hair of health. Supply tents have like a pube hair of health, so yeah, engaging in supply tents is not advised. I accidentally sent the GPS GPS point. That was my bad. I did not mean to do that. All right. Infantry is moving away from the tents. Can come back around. We'll come back around for another pass and engage. There's our chance to engage. Tank is also moving.
Shoot.
Rifle, that's our last Maverick.
Shoot.
Alright. Rifle.
Pull up.
No, that's too dangerous, especially with that mountain in the way. That's way too risky. Pulling up, coming back around. Alright, we're out of Mavericks now. We are now out of Mavericks. So if there's any more tanks, we're just gonna have to strafe them. You can destroy tanks with the rockets. I believe it takes three or four rockets per tank, so it's kind of inefficient. That's actually a bit risky because we are currently approaching. Yeah, we are approaching friendly lines, so that's too risky. No, we're not abort. We're gonna abort this run because then we will be firing towards friendlies, and that would be bad. Actually, the friendlies are actually kind of far away. We could have done that. We could have strafed there. I thought friendlies were closer. Nope, they were further. All right, coming back around. All right, visual. I'm in for strafing run. And guns. Guns. Damn it. Negative. Negative effect on target. Coming back around for another pass. Because he is hiding behind cover. He was hiding behind a wall, so I couldn't get a good shot on him. Alright. Coming back again. Guns, guns, guns. Really? Guns, guns, guns. How are you still alive, my guy? What are you made? What is this guy made of? What? Alright, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. Coming back around for another laser rocket. I'm just gonna come back around for another rocket, because apparently, what is this guy made of? This guy's apparently made of titanium or something. Alright. Rifle. Shack. Geez, screw that guy. What is he made of? Alright. Oh, tank. Alright, tank. Coming back around for another pass. We're out of Maverick, so we're gonna have to use guns. Unfortunately, we used quite a little bit of ammo on that one guy who just refused to die. Alright, that tank is making a beeline for allies. That tank is making a beeline for friendlies. Can you please lock on? Thank you. I said lock on, please. Oh, no, that's bad. Bad approach. Nope, bad approach. Coming back. Bad approach. Coming back around for another pass. Oh, he's like... Yeah, he's making a beeline for friendlies. Oh, he's flanking them. Oh, that ain't good. Can you lock on? Please, lock on. Thank you.
Plot.
Good work.
Shack.
That'll be all for today. Return to base.
Alright. All hostiles neutralized. Mission complete. All hostiles neutralized, mission accomplished. We did still have 7 rockets left, which I guess we could have used. It's fine. All hostiles neutralized. Allies are moving to secure supply tents. Or not, they're just gonna sit there. That's fine too. Anyways, mission complete, returning to base. So yeah, that mission's pretty simple. Like, not really much to talk about. Just make sure you take out the hostile targets without causing too much collateral damage. It's, yeah, not really much to it. Just remember to keep just remember to not to wait until the hostiles are away from the supply tents before engaging. Because remember, the supply tents have basically like no health, and even the slightest bit of damage will likely destroy them. So yeah. Just be careful about collateral damage. Alright, heading back to base. Also, remember we also don't want to fly too high because of that MAD 4. That MAD 4, which we're probably still in range of. So don't fly too high. Alright. Approaching base. Tower, Echo 1-1, request landing.
Echo 1-1, tower, copy. Fly heading 2-2-1. Expect runway 3-1.
Descending, preparing for land. Prepare for words. Prepare for landing.
Echo 1-1, tower, cleared to land at runway 3-1.
Alright, we are cleared to land. Turn was a bit late there, but it's fine. Gear down, flaps down. Bit off center line. It's fine. It's fine. Just look at how tiny this aircraft is. We're not going to take much of the runway at all. Once again, we missed the high-speed exit. We missed the high-speed exit. This landing from this side is annoying because we always miss that high-speed exit. That high-speed exit is like 200 feet down the runway or something like that. It's really annoying. Okay, not 200. Like that high speed exit is like 1,000 feet down the probably like 1,000 feet down the runway. So it's really hard. It's really hard to catch that high speed exit. Like you gotta touch down real early. Alright, mission accomplished. Nice. Yeah, that's the mission. Pretty simple. Not really much to talk about, but yeah. Anyways, I guess that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.